I tend to live my life with this always on energy. I'm always rushing, overthinking, planning on what I want to do next. But my 12-year-old chocolate lab, Leroy, does not. He's aging, he's slowing down, and watching him slow down in age has forced me to be more present in my everyday life than I've probably ever been. So Leroy has been in my life ever since I was 15 years old. He was 8 weeks old when we got him as a puppy. And for the first 8 years of his life, he was the family dog. He lived with me, my brother, and my parents. But then in 2021, lots of things happened. And I got put into a position where I had to basically step up and be the primary caretaker of him. Otherwise, he probably would have been put up for adoption. So for the past 4 years, it's been just me and him living together. Having a dog was not a commitment that I was ready to take on. You know, I mean, your 20s are supposed to be the time of your life that you have the least amount of responsibility, you have the most amount of freedom. And I haven't really fully gotten to experience that. He is like having a child in a lot of ways. He requires a lot of time, money, energy. I can't just take off and go out for a weekend or take off and take a trip without taking him into consideration. So I would be lying if I said the experience with him has always been perfect. But over the past year, I have realized something. He's aging. He's slowing down. He's not gonna be here forever. There are so many things that he's never had problems with throughout his entire life that he's suddenly struggling with these days. He gets up much slower than he used to. He can't jump up in my bed anymore. He can't jump up on the couch anymore. He's been scared of the stairs for a long time, going up them, but he had no problem going down the stairs. He can no longer go down the stairs. And this has been where I've really had to learn to be more present in life. I've definitely had a bit of a problem over the past few years of having a lot of drive, a lot of motivation, really just ready to take on the world and do what's next, wanting to build a career, wanting to move to another city. And I've definitely had dreams of traveling all over the country and all over the world. But again, seeing him actually slow down has made me realize that I don't have forever with him. Literally anything could happen at any time. I've ran into people who have owned labs throughout their life and they said, yeah, a week before I had to put him down, I took him on a 2-mile walk and he was fine. It seems like at this age with dogs, things can happen very, very suddenly. And one time last year when I was walking him, he did have a random seizure. He had never had a seizure before and he has not had one since. But I think that was really a big wake-up call for me as well. And it's a terrifying thought knowing that the dog who has been with me through literally all of my most developmental years doesn't have a lot more time left with me. You know, and I'm 27 and a half now. I keep thinking about how 30 years old is right around the corner. And there's a very real chance Leroy won't be with me when I turn 30. So the biggest lesson I've learned through all this at this point is just to be more present in life, slow down, appreciate what you have at the present moment. I mean, I'm still young, but I've already learned how fast time can fly. It feels like just yesterday I was 18 years old and in high school, and in a few months, that'll have been 10 years ago. And yes, Leroy is a hard responsibility to handle sometimes, and I would love to have more freedom, but I already know before I know it, I will have that freedom. I'll be in my 30s, I won't have him around anymore, and I'm very sure that I would give anything to have him back in my life once he is gone. So I'm being much more mindful and present in my everyday life. I'm just appreciating all the little things. I'm appreciating every moment I have with him. I've become much more okay with not rushing to the next stage of my life yet. I feel like I was living so much just like thinking ahead into the future, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But I'm okay with where I'm at now. I'm not rushing to the next stage of my life. Like I said, before I know it, it'll be here in the blink of an eye. I especially really am trying to cherish his walks, especially his morning walks every day. He still gets very excited and moves fast just like a puppy in some ways, but he also does slow down. He walks a lot slower on his walks. He'll take more time to just sniff the grass, sniff the air. He'll lay down on the sidewalk and just sniff the breeze. And he like looks so stoic and peaceful while he does that. And watching him be like that, taking in the moment and him being more slow, it's made me realize that life is happening right now. Like life isn't in the future, life isn't in the past. It's happening right in front of us and I can't afford to blink and miss it. It's okay to have future desires and have goals and have things you want to work towards, but I think it's very important to stay grounded and understand that once the future comes, it's not like all of your problems are going to be solved. I had a golden retriever named Rusty growing up, and he passed away at about 12 years old because his hips were giving out, and one day he couldn't stand up and walk anymore. And Leroy is 12 years old as well. He has bad hips, and so I have a feeling that something similar may happen to him when it's time for him to go. And I just know that when the day comes that he can't stand up and walk anymore, I'll just give anything to just be able to walk him one last time. And so that's why I really try to just cherish every day and every walk I get with him. I'm trying to cherish every moment of life nowadays, not only with him, but just in general, because I know one day I'm gonna look back on these days and I'm gonna miss it. We can't afford to waste our lives living in the future and ignoring what we have right in front of us. We have to cherish every second of it.
Hi, buddy. Hi, Handsome. What are you doing? What are you doing? What's that handsome boy doing? What's that handsome boy doing? He's talking to you.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, boy, I love you. I'm really